morning is my battlefield. The darkness is my test. Before the world begins to move, I rise above the rest. The bed becomes an enemy. The comfort calls my name. But warriors are not remembered for choosing what is tame. The clock strikes like a war drum. The mission starts again. Another chance to sharpen steel and strengthen what's within. The body wants to stay. The mind says move ahead. The future belongs to those who leave excuses dead. Conquer the morning, conquer the day. Win the first battle and victory finds a way. Conquer the morning, stand through the pain, because champions are built through discipline again. Holds a question, will you rise or will you fall? And every action that I choose becomes the answer to it all. The strongest warriors understand the secret of the climb. Greatness isn't born in moments, it's built through daily time. One decision leads to another. One victory starts the chain. And every promise that I honor becomes a lasting gain. One more dawn, one more fight, one more step into the light. Conquer the morning, conquer the day. Win the first battle and victory finds a way. Conquer the morning, stand through the pain, because champions are built through discipline again. Before the crowds are cheering, long before the medals shine, the war is won in silent places, one choice at a time. The world sees only outcomes, but I know what it takes. The courage to rise early and do what others won't wait for. Conquer the morning, and the future bends your way. Conquer the morning, and dominate the day. Conquer the morning, let the war drum sound within, because every champion in history first learned how to win. Welcome to the Forge of Champions, where excuses melt away, where ordinary men are tested every single day. The fire burns with pressure, the hammer falls with pain, and every strike upon the spirit makes the warrior remain. The weak see only suffering, the strong see opportunity, because greatness isn't given, it's earned through adversity. The heat grows higher, the stakes grow tall, but champions answer every call. Inside the Forge of Champions, I shape the man I'll be. Inside the Forge of Champions, the fire sets me free. Inside the Forge of Champions, never lowers itself to hand somebody a crown. So I train beyond exhaustion, I push beyond the pain, because every difficult moment produces lasting gain. While others wait for motivation, I move without a sign, for discipline is stronger than any state of mind. One more rep, one more scar, one more lesson from the war. Inside the forge of champions, I shape the man I'll be. Inside the forge of champions, the fire sets me free. Inside the forge of champions, no comfort can survive. Only those who face the flames can truly come alive. One day the battle will arrive. One day the horns will sound, and many will search desperately for strength they never found. But I will stand prepared, because I pay the price before. Inside the forge of champions, where warriors are built for war. Inside the forge of champions, my spirit has been refined. Inside the forge of champions, I've left weakness far behind. Inside the forge of champions, the mission never ends, because greatness is a journey walked by champions to the end. I build no kingdom out of gold, no castle carved in stone. I built mine through the early mornings when I trained alone. Each sunrise was a brick I laid, each work I built the wall. Each sacrifice became a tower, standing proud and tall. The weak searched for an easier road, the crowd looked for relief. But I was building something greater on a foundation underneath. No king is crowned by comfort, no empire starts with ease. Greatness grows in silence while others seek to please. Welcome to the kingdom of discipline, where excuses cannot stay. Welcome to the kingdom of discipline, where warriors earn their way. Welcome to the kingdom of discipline, built through sweat and sacrifice, where every battle fought within transforms a human life. The gates are made of persistence, the roads are paved with pain. The citizens are dreamers who rise and train again. No fear survives inside these walls, no weakness rules this land. Only those who keep advancing can truly make a stand. Every scar becomes a lesson, every failure builds a throne, because the strongest kings are forged when they face the dark alone. One more climb, one more fight, one more dawn, one more night. Welcome to the kingdom of discipline, where excuses cannot stay. Welcome to the kingdom of discipline, where warriors earn their way. Welcome to the kingdom of discipline, built through sweat and sacrifice, where every battle fought within transforms a human They won't see the years spent fighting beneath forgotten skies. They won't see the silent victories or the battles no one knew. The war against procrastination and the promises stay true.
Kingdom of discipline,
where the strongest spirits reign.
Welcome to the kingdom of discipline,
where growth is born through pain.
Welcome to the kingdom of discipline,
and let the journey now begin for every warrior who masters self. We'll always find a way to win. When the world is still sleeping and the streets remain silent, when comfort wraps itself around the weak and dreams stay quiet, I enter the Spartan Hour, the sacred time of war, where every breath demands more from me than the day before. No audience stands beside me, no praise fills the air, only discipline and purpose meeting me there. The body says stop, the mission says go, and that's the moment warriors grow. This is the Spartan Hour, where weakness comes to die. This is the Spartan Hour, where ordinary men rise. This is the Spartan Hour, where limits are destroyed. Every battle fought within leaves fear completely void. The iron feels like thunder, the miles feel like war. Every step beyond exhaustion opens another door. I don't train for recognition, I don't train for applause. I train because the future version of myself demands a greater cause. Every drop of sweat is armor, every scar becomes a shield. Every sacrifice I make today prepares me for the field. One more rep, one more mile, one more battle, one more trial. This is the Spartan Hour, where weakness comes to die. This is the Spartan Hour, where ordinary men rise. This is the Spartan Hour, where limits are destroyed. Every battle fought within leaves fear completely void. One day the challenge will arrive. One day the war drums will sound, and many will search for courage that was never found. But I will stand prepared because I paid the price before. Inside the Spartan Hour, where Warriors are forged for war.
This is the Spartan Hour.
The fire inside my veins.
This is the Spartan Hour.
The birthplace of champions made through pain.
This is the Spartan Hour.
And I'll answer every call, because the warrior built before the battle will never fall. For years I feared the thunder, for years I feared the rain. I spent my life avoiding battles, trying to escape the pain. I watched opportunities vanish because I hesitated too long, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting to somehow feel strong. But strength is not a feeling, and courage is not comfort, son. They're born the moment you decide the time for fear is done. The storm kept chasing after me again and again and again, until I finally turned around and ran straight into the wind. I didn't run from the storm, I became the storm instead. Every doubt became a weapon, every fear was left for dead. I didn't hide from the fire, I walked directly through the flames, and everything that tried to stop me only sharpened who I became. The mountain stood before me like a giant made of stone, and every voice around me said, this battle can't be won. But mountains do not break the climber breaks himself apart when he lets doubt invade his vision and fear invade his heart. So I chose another pathway, I chose discipline and grit, and every day I kept advancing one more step, refusing quit. One more mile when legs are shaking, one more rep when strength is gone. That's where warriors separate from everyone. I didn't run from the storm, I became the storm instead. Every doubt became a weapon, every fear was left for dead. I didn't hide from the fire, I walked directly through the flames, and everything that tried to stop me only sharpened who I became. Now the pressure feels familiar, now the struggle feels like home, because I've learned that growth is waiting just beyond the comfort zone. The storms no longer scare me, the darkness no longer blinds, because the strongest version of myself was forged inside those times. I didn't run from the storm, I became the storm instead. Every battle made me stronger, every challenge moved me ahead. I didn't run from the fire, I used the flames to was never outside. It was the voice inside my head, the one that whispered every failure, the one that filled my mind with dread. It told me I was not enough. It told me I should stay the same. It told me comfort was the answer, and fear was something I should obey. For years I listened to that voice. For years I carried those chains, until I realized my greatest enemy was living in my brain. The battle line was drawn inside. No place to run, no place to hide. The day I faced myself at last, my future changed. I was built for the war within, built to fight and built to win. Every doubt I overcame, added fuel into the flame. I was built for the war within, where all true victories begin. Every weakness left behind forged a stronger heart and mind. No army ever broke me down like the fear I used to hold. No mountain ever challenged me like the stories I was told. But discipline became my weapon, consistency became my shield, and every day I chose the hard road. Another weakness had to yield. The mirror shows a different person than the one I used to be. Not because life became easier, but because I became me. One more choice, one more round, one more time, I won't back down. That's the path that leads a man to his command. I was built for the war within, built to fight and built to win. Every doubt I overcame, added fuel into the flame. I was built for the war within, where all true victories begin. Every weakness left behind forged a stronger heart and mind. The world can throw its storms against me. The world can test me endlessly, but nothing it creates outside can match the fight inside of me. And now that battle has been won, or at least I've learned the way to face the darkness in my soul and conquer it each day. I was built for the war within, the place where legends truly begin. Every scar became a sign that this life was meant to climb. I was built for the war within, and I'll fight it to the end.
something brick by brick, driven by precision.
While they were searching for comfort, I was learning how to endure, trading temporary pleasure for a future that was secure.
The nights became my battlefield, the silence became my ally.
Every hour invested wisely pushed my limits higher. Nobody clapped, nobody knew, but greatness grows when nobody's watching you.
I was built while they slept, forged while they dreamed, creating something stronger than it ever seemed.
I was built while they slept.
Through sacrifice and pain, and every unseen effort
became a lasting gain. Sees the finish line,
it never sees the mind,
the lonely repetitions,
the struggles and the tries.
Success is not a moment,
it's 1,000 hidden days.
It's discipline repeated in a million different ways. Every sunrise found me ready, every setback found me strong, because I knew that staying focused
would carry me along.
One more rep, one more page, one more battle, one more stage.
I was built while they slept, forged while they dreamed, creating something stronger than it ever seemed.
I was built while they slept.
Through sacrifice and pain, and every unseen effort
became a lasting gain.
There were nights I wanted quitting, nights I questioned if I'd win, but the voice inside kept saying, one more round, begin again.
And now the path behind me proves what discipline can do,
because the person standing here was built by following through.
Every day
And refused to leave. I was built while they slept, and the work still isn't done, because greatness isn't reached, it's pursued by everyone who won.
I was thrown into the chaos with no map and no escape. Every failure standing over me, every risk, every mistake. I watched everything collapse around me, watched my plans turn into dust, learned that hope is not a feeling. Hope is something built through trust. Trust in who you are becoming, trust in what the pain creates, trust that every brutal challenge is preparing something great. The pressure tried to bury me, the darkness tried to own me, but every time I hit the ground I rose with more to show. I was crowned by chaos, forged inside the storm. Every scar became a symbol of the warrior I transformed. I was crowned by chaos, never built inside a comfort line. The mountain doesn't care about excuses, the road doesn't care about fear. The only thing that truly matters is that you keep moving here. One more step when you are tired, one more fight when hope feels gone. That's the place where greatness waits, that's where legends carry on. Every wound became a teacher, every loss became a guide, every storm became a chapter in the story of my rise. I was crowned by chaos, forged inside the storm. Every scar became a symbol of the warrior I transformed. I was crowned by chaos, built by fire and strain. What was meant to be destruction became my greatest gain. Now I thank the nights that broke me, now I thank the weight I bore, because without those brutal moments I'd be weaker than before. Every battle left me stronger, every setback raised the bar, and the person standing here today is stronger than they are. I was crowned by chaos, and I'll never lose that crown, because I learned the art of rising every time I'm knocked down. I was crowned by chaos, and the fire still remains, turning every future challenge into fuel for greater gains. Every time they said I couldn't, every time they said I'd fail, every doubt they tried to place on me became another nail. Not into my coffin waiting, but into the bridge I built, across the fears and limitations, across the years of guilt. I stopped looking for approval, stopped needing their belief, because the strongest kind of power is created underneath. The pressure kept on rising, the obstacles grew higher, but everything against me became fuel for the fire, fuel for the flame. Everything that tried to stop me only strengthened my name. Fuel for the fire, fuel for the rise. Every setback gave me vision, every struggle made me wise. The road was never smooth or easy, the climb was never fair. There were days I questioned everything, and nights I felt despair. But pain can be a prison, or pain can be a key. The difference comes from choosing who you're going to be. I chose growth over comfort, I chose purpose over ease, I chose discipline and action when others chose to leave. One more step through resistance, one more hour through the fight. Every sacrifice today builds tomorrow's height. Fuel for the fire, fuel for the flame. Everything that tried to stop me only strengthened my name. Fuel for the fire, fuel for the rise. Every setback gave me vision, every struggle made me wise. Now I welcome every challenge, now I welcome every storm, because I know that pressure only helps create a stronger form. The weight that once felt heavy now feels like a source of power, because I've learned that greatness grows one difficult hour at a time. Fuel for the fire, fuel for the soul. Every battle I survived brought me closer to the goal. Fuel for the fire, fuel for the dream. And the person standing here today is stronger than he's ever been. Sacrifice, forged inside 1,000 mornings, paid for with 1,000 nights. The battlefield stands waiting beyond the fear and doubt, and every day of training is what this war's about. I hear the drums approaching, I feel the pressure rise, but warriors don't fear the storm, they look it in the eyes. Every mile has made me stronger, every wound has taught me more, and every drop of sweat today prepares me for the war. The line is drawn, the path is clear. Advance ahead, there's nothing here to fear. March to victory, step by step through the fire. March to victory, driven by a higher desire. March to victory, no surrender in my soul. March to victory, until I reach the goal. The strong create their own, the weak seek shelter from the battle. The strong defend the throne. Every repetition matters, every challenge leaves a mark. Every time I push beyond my limits, I bring light into the dark. The enemy is hesitation, the enemy is fear, and every day I conquer them, makes the mission crystal clear. One more climb, one more scar, one more lesson from the war. March to victory, step by step through the fire. March to victory, driven by a higher desire. To victory, no surrender in my soul. March to victory, until I reach the goal. When exhaustion starts speaking and weakness calls my name, I'll remember why I started and feed the inner flame. Because warriors aren't measured by how hard they can strike, but by how many times they rise and continue the fight.
March to victory.
The drums are calling me ahead.
March to victory.
With determination in every step.
March to victory.
Through the storm and through the pain. And when the battle finally comes, I'll be ready once again. I spent years waiting for a moment, waiting for a change to come, waiting for the perfect answer, waiting for what I'd become. I blame the world, I blame the timing, I blame the cards that I was dealt, until one night I faced the truth and heard the words I never felt. No one is coming to save you, no one will carry your load, no one will walk through the fire, no one will walk your road. The truth hit harder than the pain, harder than the years in chains. But the moment I accepted it, everything changed.
No one is coming.
So I became the man I needed most.
One is coming.
So I stopped living like a ghost.
No one is coming.
So I built strength where weakness stood.
No one is coming.
And that became the greatest good. Every morning now is different, every challenge feels alive, because I know that every battle is another chance to rise. The mountain doesn't care for excuses, the storm doesn't care for fear. The world rewards the ones who move when nobody is near. When the crowd is gone and silence falls and the spotlight disappears, that's where character is written, that's where greatness appears. Not in comfort, not in ease, not in dreams and fantasies, but in the work no one can see. That's where you're free.
No one is coming.
So I became the man I needed most.
One is coming.
So I stopped living like a ghost.
No one is coming.
So I built strength where weakness stood.
No one is coming.
And that became the greatest good. I struggle now, I thank the weight I bore, because every brutal lesson opened up another door. The pressure didn't come to end me, the pressure came to make me grow. And the man who stands here now is someone I didn't know. That's the truth that set me free. No one is coming, so I became what I could be.
No one is coming.
And I no longer need them to, because everything I searched for was already breaking I used to chase approval from people passing by. I used to seek validation in every stranger's eyes.
I measured all my progress by what the world would say, until I learned the loudest voices never paved the way.
The mirror became my audience, the standard became my guide,
and every day I fought the weakness
living deep inside. No more seeking recognition,
no more begging to belong. The only thing that matters now is becoming strong.
I've got nothing left to prove
to anyone but me.
Nothing left to prove
except the man I choose to be.
Nothing left to prove.
No chains around my soul,
just discipline and purpose,
driving toward the goal.
The crowd will change their opinions like the shifting of the tide.
The character is built forever,
deep down inside. The strongest battles happen
far away from public view,
when nobody is watching,
and it's only you versus you. Every sacrifice in silence, every promise that I kept, built a foundation underneath me that can never be reset. One more sunrise, one more grind, one more test of heart and mind, one more reason not to stop until the top.
I've got nothing left to prove
to anyone but me.
Nothing left to prove
except the man I choose to be.
Nothing left to prove.
No chains around my soul,
just discipline and purpose,
driving toward the goal. The world may never understand the battles that I fight, the mornings full of sacrifice, the endless lonely night.
But that's okay, I never needed
their permission to ascend,
because greatness starts the moment
you stop trying to pretend. I've got nothing left to prove, but everything to build.
Nothing left to prove,
and mountains left to scale uphill.
Nothing left to prove,
just a vision I pursue, and every day I get a little closer to the truth.
Not yet risen, but I'm already awake. Another day to build a strength, another step to take. The battlefield is waiting, I can feel it in my veins. Every drop of sweat today will prepare me for the pain. No enemy stands before me, no army fills the land. The battle that I'm fighting now demands a stronger man. Every rep becomes a weapon, every mile becomes a shield. Every sacrifice I make prepares me for the field. The weak seek comfort, the strong prepare for battles waiting beyond despair. Prepare for battle, prepare for war. Give more today than ever before. Prepare for battle, stand your ground. mercy, the mind begs me to stop. But warriors aren't remembered for the moments that they dropped. They're remembered for the mornings when they trained through every ache, for the nights they kept on pushing when their spirits started to break. The battlefield is earned in training, victory is earned before the clash of steel and thunder ever reaches the shore. One more rep, one more fight, one more step into the night. Prepare for battle, prepare for war. Give more today than ever before. Prepare for battle, stand your ground. When the pressure hits, don't back down. When the day finally comes and the challenge stands before me, I'll remember every sacrifice that helped create this story. Every wound from training, every mile in the rain, every moment of resistance was never lived in vain. Prepare for battle, prepare to rise with fire burning inside your eyes. Prepare for battle, the time is near, and the warrior you've become knows no fear. I spent years looking outward, searching for a different world, thinking strength was somewhere far beyond the stars.
Every setback felt so heavy, every failure tried to tell me that my best days were all gone, but I was wrong.
Because the answer wasn't hiding in another place to find it. It was waiting deep inside all this time.
There's a climb within your soul, a strength you've never fully known. When the world says you can't go on, keep holding on. There's a fire within your heart, even when the night is dark. And one day you'll finally see who you're meant to be.
Every tear became a teacher, every loss became a preacher, showing me that every scar
Can shape who we are.
The road is long, the road is steep, but dreams belong to those who keep.
Taking one more step ahead.
When hope feels dead,
There's a climb within your soul, higher than the highest road. Every storm that you survive keeps the fire alive. There's a future still to ride.
failure carved my skin, made me begin. The world said I would break apart, but pressure only shamed my heart. Every wound became a sign, the strength was mine. Pain was not my enemy, revealed the best of me. Every scar became a guide through the fight. I was made by the fire, built higher and higher. Every storm that crossed my way could not make me fade. I was made by the fire, fueled by one desire. Turn the pain into my power, every single hour. Wait. Wait. When the darkness closed around, I refused to stay down. Every step through fear and doubt brought the warrior out. No excuses, no retreat. Stand again on wounded feet. Every battle that I face builds my strength. I was made by the fire. Now the flames take me higher. Everything that tried to break me is the reason nothing shakes me. Before the sun can touch the mountains, before the world begins to move, I stand alone beside the silence, with something left to prove. Not to kings and not to armies, not to strangers passing by, but to the man inside the mirror who knows the truth behind my eyes. Today I make a promise that comfort cannot break. No matter how the battle unfolds, no matter what it takes. The road is hard, the climb is steep, but warriors keep the vows they keep. This is the warrior's oath, written in sweat and stone. I will not bend, I will not fall, I will not leave this road alone. This is the warrior's oath, forged through fire and pain. When weakness calls my name again, I'll rise and fight again. The iron teaches patience, the miles teach control. The struggle teaches discipline, and discipline builds the soul. Every burden that I carry, every challenge that I face, is shaping something stronger with every step I take. The battlefield is coming, I can feel it drawing near, and every day I train today transforms my doubt to fearlessness. One more round, one more scar, one more lesson from the war. This is the warrior's oath, written in sweat and stone. I will not bend, I will not fall, I will not leave this road alone. relentless. If the darkness fills the sky, if every voice around me says surrender, I'll still reply with action, not with words, with courage, not with pride. Because a warrior's true identity is revealed when tested inside. At sunrise, before the first light breaks the sky, before the world begins its movement, before excuses start to rise, I lace my boots with purpose. I carry fire in my chest, because today's not just a workout. Today's a test of who is left. When comfort whispers softly and tells me to slow down, I answer with another step and another training round. Sweat becomes my armor, pain becomes my guide. Every challenge faced today builds the strength inside. Train like a warrior, move like a king. Fight for the future that discipline brings. Train like a warrior, stand through the strain, because victory is earned long before the game. Oh, yeah. The iron never lies to me. The miles reveal the truth. They show me who I really am. When pressure removes my youth, every rep is a battle won. Every set another scar. Every day I push beyond the limits where most are. No crowd is here to watch me, no medals wait today. But greatness grows in silence while others drift away. One more mile, one more fight, one more dawn, one more night. Train like a warrior, move like a king. Fight for the future that discipline brings. Train like a warrior, stand through the strain, because victory is earned long before the game. One day the war will find me. One day the test will come. And when that moment stands before me, I won't need to run. Because I forge myself in darkness, I sharpen mind and bone. And every painful step I took built strength I've always known. Train like a warrior, rise through the flame. Every sacrifice today will elevate your name. Train like a warrior, and when the battle begins, the man who conquered training will be the man who wins.
scars of a heart that never healed. Maybe life has left some chapters you were never meant to feel. Maybe every road behind you looks like proof that you have lost, but the strongest trees grow taller after every storm they cross. Don't mistake a painful season for the ending of your life. Some of the most beautiful beginnings were the colors of goodbye. Your story isn't finished. This is not the final page. Every tear you've ever cried is building strength for brighter days. Your story isn't finished. There's still fire left to find, and the person you'll become may be the strongest of your life.
All the nights you kept on breathing when the world felt cold and far were not moments of weakness. They revealed how strong you are.
Every setback left a lesson. Every wound became a guide, leading you toward a version that was waiting deep inside. Your story isn't finished. There's a mountain left to climb, and one day you'll look behind you and be proud you didn't hide. Your story isn't finished. The best chapter still remains. Keep walking through the darkness. You'll eventually reach the flame.
I've been broken, I've been low, felt the cold inside my soul. Every night I stayed awake, raised the stakes. Pressure carved me into stone, made me stronger on my own. And every scar upon my skin means I win. Pain was never there to end me, it was there to reinvent me. Every battle in my mind built my drive. This is Warrior's Rebirth, built through pain and through the hurt. Every fall became the flame that changed my name. This is Warrior's Rebirth. Now I know exactly what I'm worth. Every storm I survived left alive, only hunger deep inside. Every lonely step I climb, build my mind. Fear no longer owns my soul. Discipline became control. Every drop of sweat and strain fed the flame. This is Warrior's Rebirth.